Being injured at work is a common occurrence that happens to employees around the world, and unfortunately, Tesco employees are not exempt from this. Injuries at work can vary in type and severity, but regardless of the nature of the injury, it can have a significant impact on the injured employee's life. As a supermarket chain with thousands of employees across the United Kingdom and beyond, Tesco has a duty of care to ensure that its employees are provided with a safe working environment. This means taking measures to prevent and manage injuries at work. Common types of injuries at Tesco. Like any workplace, Tesco stores and warehouses are not completely free of hazards, even with appropriate precautions in place. Some of the most common injuries that Tesco employees may experience include musculoskeletal injuries. These injuries result from repeated and prolonged exposure to repetitive and physically demanding work. Employees who work in the warehouses, for example, may experience repetitive strain injuries, RSI, from lifting heavy objects frequently. Slips, trips, and falls. Tesco stores can be busy places, and employees may be rushing around trying to keep up with the demands of their job while also ensuring that customers are safe. In some cases, employees may slip, trip and fall due to trip hazards, wet floors or uneven surfaces. Cuts and lacerations. Tesco employees may use sharp knives, box cutters or other tools as part of their job. If these tools are not used with appropriate caution, it can lead to cuts and lacerations. Burns. Tesco employees who work with hot equipment or fryers may be at risk of burns. Preventing injuries at Tesco. Prevention is key in ensuring that Tesco employees are not injured while at work. There are several measures that the company can take to prevent injuries, including providing appropriate training and safety equipment. Tesco should provide its employees with training on how to use equipment safely and how to identify and manage risks to their safety. Safety equipment like gloves, safety glasses, and personal protective equipment should also be provided where necessary. Implementing safety procedures, policies and procedures should be put in place to ensure that employees are aware of safety hazards and how to control them. For example, floors should be regularly cleaned and free of trip hazards, and employees should be trained on how to safely use ladders to reach high shelves. Regular safety inspections and audits should be carried out to identify safety hazards and risks before an accident can occur. Managing workplace stress. Working under tight schedules and demanding conditions can cause stress on employees, which can lead to injuries. Tesco should have measures in place to manage workplace stress and ensure that employees are not pushed beyond their limits. Supporting injured employees. If a Tesco employee does experience an injury at work, it is essential to provide them with the necessary support and care to help them recover fully. Support may include providing medical assistance. Tesco should provide first aid and access to medical care for injured employees. Keeping in touch. Managers should keep in touch with injured employees to find out how they are doing and whether there is anything they can do to support them. This shows that the company values and cares for its employees. Providing rehabilitation. Tesco should provide rehabilitation programs to help injured employees regain their strength and ability to work. Assessing return to work. Tesco should assess whether an injured employee is ready to return to work and if they can carry out their duties safely. Compensation and legal representation. If an employee has suffered a serious or life-changing injury, Tesco may need to provide compensation. The company should also ensure that it provides the necessary legal representation to guide the injured employee through the claim process. Conclusion: injuries at work can have a significant impact on an employee's physical, emotional, and financial well-being. Tesco has a responsibility to its employees to provide a safe working environment and take measures to prevent injuries at work. However, accidents can still happen, and it is essential to provide support and care to employees who have been injured. By doing so, Tesco can demonstrate its commitment to the health and well-being of its workforce.